Listen, the stand's gonna be mad at this one. I don't care. You're not stopping me from speaking my truth. So J. Cole is on the worst interview rollout ever. I don't know who is telling J. Cole what the people want is for. Even if we wanted to hear this, this is like the third time you're doing. Why are you doing all these interviews just to say the exact stuff? And every time you say something worse. So J. Cole admits he just be lying in his records. And all it is, I'm the best. I'll kill people. I'll do that. He might basically that he raps in majority of his verses is all cap and he's all playing a persona. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna go real in depth with that. We're gonna go talk about the backlash he's begun. We're gonna talk about the people trying to protect the stance. We're gonna talk about my opinion on it. So let's watch this clip right here. Because if you ask me, well, let's get right to it. By the way, hit that subscribe button. Statistics show only about 20% of the people watching this are subscribed. Go ahead and hit it. Drop a comment because the stands are going to be in there crying because they're going to try to run PR.
But you said something in the beginning how like on songs, like how I say I'm the best on songs. It's like, ask me in real life, do I think I'm the best rapper alive?
Do you think you're the best rapper alive?
Bro, it's a nigga named Black Thought that exists. It's a nigga named Lupe Fiasco that exists. It's niggas that on any given day, even my peers, a Drake or a Kendrick, where it's like, yo, I know on any given day I can show up to the studio and give these niggas 80. But I know they can show up on any day in the studio and give me 80. And I might only have 30. Like, so if I'm taking on a rap persona, like when I'm rapping, of course that's what I like to, that's how I like to rap. And guess what? Sometimes I hit the mark and I say shit and I spit a verse that really might have you believe in that shit. But if you ask me in real life, do I walk around like I'm the best rapper alive? No, nigga. Like I'm the best ever? No. But when
You know what's the craziest part about like the whole stand-up is somebody can blatantly say something to you and you're gonna find a way to spin it. There's people who would be like, no, you guys are misclipping this. No. Okay. This nigga said, I might spit something that might actually have you believe in this, but no, it's not true. This nigga told his fans, y'all think I'm the GOAT? Yo, stupid ass. Oh my God. This is worse than the apology, by the way. J. Cole's one of those people who overtalks, who's just like, yeah.
nigga, like I'm the best ever? No. But when I put on that motherfucking cape, like that's how I try to attack shit. And have there been things and moments and verses where I'm writing this shit and I'm like, I know niggas not fucking with this. Absolutely. But in reality, do I walk around this earth like there's no nigga better than me in real life? Like I can't get in the studio with Black Thought and he just give me 90.
You know what's the craziest thing too? Is the way my man is trying to rebrand being full of shit. That it's just like, it's so funny too, because the way that people pick and choose, what he's doing right now is no different than he's just saying that he doesn't mean what he says. He's just saying that he's lying. He's just saying that it's cap. He literally says he's playing a persona. What? What? I can't believe he's saying this.
You know what I mean? And I'm sitting there like, I got 25 for you. You know what I mean? Or any one of these amazing rappers. But I think people hear me say it because they don't know me for real.
Right.
They hear me say it in a verse so much when I have on the cape.
It sounds convincing like a motherfucker.
It sounds convincing because I'm really doing that shit that's going to have a nigga like, man, nigga. No, you think.
He thinks, no, you think. He's literally, by the way, I said this in a tweet, imagine J. Cole's your GOAT. He's making fun of you right there. Or even if you don't take it as making fun of you, he just said, you as a fan, listen to what he says as him saying he's the GOAT, he's the best, and you take that as he believes that and as it's true. So you go defend that, and then now this nigga going, no, you believe that. I don't. Oh my.
You think when you hear, but you said.
So here's basically what J. Cole said. I'm lying. Right? And there's people who are trying their hardest to spin this. I saw somebody tweet, man, this is why we love J. Cole, because he's so honest about lying to you. Because he's honest about lying to you. All right, here's my question. If your girl catch you texting another woman, Tell her, it wasn't me, baby. That's my persona. And see how far that goes. If your girl catches you dogging her, catches you talking crazy, I don't really even like that bitch. And she's like, why you said this? You said you loved me. It's like, baby, I didn't say I loved you. When I put on that cape, that nigga loved you. This is gaslighting by like J. Cole is by far the biggest gaslighter of he just be capping, bro. Like he just be capping. He is saying unprovoked, nobody made him say these things. He is saying stuff that is painting a narrative about himself and what you think he's supposed to believe. And he doesn't believe it. So my question is, what else do he be rapping about that he don't actually stand for? J. Cole's essentially telling you he's just rhyming words because they sound good together. So at what point, how do y'all keep this person as being the most noble, I stand for something, when every time he comes on these interviews, he's basically saying, I don't really stand for what I be saying. So what do you stand for? Because if you could say that you believe you're the greatest of all time, and then say, and there's some other people being like, oh, they don't get the analogy of with the 80-30. He just said, at any day I could come drop 80, but at any given day they could drop 80 on me and I could drop 30. That just means he does not believe he's the greatest of all time. So when he says that, he's lying. And here's the other thing that's so hypocritical about Cole, because I had to Google this because I'm an actual Cole fan who listens to his lyrics. And the AI overlords helped because there's so many songs I couldn't even pinpoint it because I went, it's funny that J. Cole is basically coming out here and being like, oh, I'm just playing a persona. I'm just being fake. I'm just living a lie. I'm just pretending this character isn't really me. But then, so why is it that you be the most calling out rappers for faking that there's, bro, I literally had to Google this and I was going to read all these lyrics, but I didn't want this to be a 100-hour video. So I had to just get, and the AI overlords pop this up because I know that these were all true. So in False Prophets, Cole questions the integrity of his peers rapping when he himself has fallen from grace, used to be a brother with a little bit of sense. Now he's just a man who fallen off and lost his edge. He also notes the disparity between rappers' public persona and their real life. Go back and listen to these songs with this thing, Jake. So my thing is like, brother, how are you? Because J. Cole tries his hardest to act like he's not toxic. He is the most, if it's not Drake, I almost want to give J. Cole as the most toxic nigga out of those big three niggas because he always tries to pretend he's not, and in it shows you he is. So if it's all about, I just want to rap and have fun and play this persona, why do you attack others for doing the same thing then? Why do you so often belittle and attack other rappers for the same thing? Y'all, J. Cole talks so much out of both sides of his neck. The only way to fully accept it is if you're not really listening to this nigga. You're not really listening to this nigga. So it's perfectly fine for him to just be like, yeah, I just be lying in my tracks. I don't really believe I am. I just say things that wrong. So then, what if 6ix9ine dropped a song tomorrow and said he ain't never snitched and he's the most thorough, loyal nigga ever? And then he like, nigga, you snitched. He goes, no, that was my persona snitched. Bro, that's just a new way of lying. And I ask you, okay, saying that I didn't mean what I said something that I didn't mean or that wasn't true is lying, right? Okay, if you're telling me that what he said is different, then mechanically, how is that any different than saying the things my persona said is not real and I don't believe and it's not true? How is that not lying, bro? There are niggas who were like, what? Like, bro, and then here's some more. On Everybody Dies, he targets mumble rappers. And here's another thing, too. For this person who always wants to be, everybody give him grace for doing whatever he wants to do in music, he for sure does not give everybody grace. Kids on KOD is an entire album basically making fun of that generation of rappers, dissing them. He guises it. He gaslights it as advice. It's not. He's dissing Lil Pump. And if you really want to calculate it, he's one of the things that killed Lil Pump's career. Whether right or wrong, but how dare you get to do that? And, brother, like, And then on Everybody Dies, targets mumble rappers and those chasing trends, stating bunch of words, ain't saying ish. I hate rappers, especially the amateur 8-week rap. He's calling out rappers. Go back and listen to this song. How is it that you are allowed to call out whoever you want for being fake, for not having integrity, for not meaning what they say, for being a bunch of, and then you're doing the same thing? But y'all need to go listen. And then 1985, the fall off. He advises young rappers to invest their money because of their superficial, fake personas won't last. He directly addresses them with, just because you got a gun don't mean your ass is tough. Which what he's saying is, that don't mean you real just because you got a gun. As he is sitting there lying about not being real. I applaud you, boy, for making it further than I did, and now I'm looking at you like a big brother. No, you're not, brother. That's gaslight. You're dissing too. I don't understand this. I do not, for the life of me, understand this at all. Now, here's another thing that, shout out to Cy Chels, pointed out great, because J. Cole also said, he didn't, in this interview, he said he didn't foresee how crazy the Drake and Kendrick battle would get after the apology. Says he had no idea it would go that far. So this is another example of the people who are saying J. Cole and Jay-Z said the same thing. They fundamentally did not say the same thing. This, y'all gotta just start using logic. Jay-Z said, the aftermath and the way that the stands attacked people in real life, the way it went beyond hip-hop debates and it started becoming a war of attrition. He could only know that after the fact. J. Cole apologized before that. He didn't know that. That's not why he apologized. And he's quite literally admitting it here by saying, I didn't know how crazy you'd get. So you cannot tell me you ended it because of how crazy it went. Now, also, he talks out of both sides of the neck. So, Cy Chez, sorry if I mispronounced your name, pointed out this little record in Port Antonio. I mean, a little line in Port Antonio.
Hospitals, I pulled the plug because I seen where that was about to go. They wanted blood, they wanted clicks to make their pockets grow.
I pulled the plug because I see where it's about to go. They want to play. Once again, blaming. I'm not going to keep playing the whole thing to get a copyright claim, but you can go listen to that. Once again, and what is he doing in that lyric? Blaming us, blaming the fans, blaming the culture, blaming the media, not blaming himself for the actions he did. Like, and I've also seen people who are desperately trying to run PR for him being like, oh, people just now finding out rap is WWE. Oh my God, no, nigga. Y'all, brother, we know that rappers exaggerate. We know that rappers use hyperbole, right? We know that niggas don't got guns so big they gotta get in it to shoot it. But you know one thing that we absolutely have to, what we love about rappers is when they say something and mean it. And you know what's very easy to say and mean? That you believe you're the greatest. Otherwise, you don't need to say. Who is twisting your arm to say this, J. Cole? That's the part. I'm glad people are seeing it in real time. I'm a real J. Cole fan. I just feel like, oh, this nigga just lied to me all these years. Oh, this nigga just lied to me. What I liked about this rapper, he's just telling me he lied to me. So rap isn't WWE, it's MMA. Where in the promotion of the fights, when talking about the fights, people bolster up, people get more bravado, people say things. But when you get in that ring and you fight, you got to believe it. And if there was any MMA fighter who says, I'm not really that good, honestly, I mean, some days I could be good, but on any given day, anybody else could whoop my ass. Nobody would be a fan of that person. Imagine Kobe having that mentality. Imagine Michael having that mentality. And it's just as simple as this. This is why Kendrick Lamar is my favorite. This is why Hove, and this, notice how my favorite rappers are. Hove, Kendrick, Wayne. What have all three of those niggas said at one point in their career? Okay. Now watch this. This is why I love Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to Neek for this tweet.
Look, there's a thing that we have to talk about on this record, man.
Yeah.
You know it's coming.
This is how Kendrick reacts to that question.
Which is that you say several times and you make this statement and you made it in Hard Part 4 when you put that out, and we all knew that wasn't going to make it on the record because you've got to clear the palate.
Right.
You know, but there's always a throne. There's always a crown in rap. That's how it started.
Yeah.
My DJ's better than your DJ. I'm a better rapper than you.
Thank you. Thank you, British white man, for educating people how hip-hop started. All you kumbaya. I mean, do we really need rappers to be competing? Why do rappers diss each other? All y'all niggas, bro, go to the... Why are you... Just listen to another genre, bro. There's so many other genres that don't... It's not a sport. Just go listen to that. Why are you coming... This is literally like inviting yourself to an MMA. I don't know why I keep using MMA. Oh, no, this is like inviting yourself to a football, like a Super Bowl party, just to complain. You don't think this sport's kind of violent? You guys don't... They're hitting each other kind of hard. Just go somewhere they're not playing the Super Bowl, my nigga.
What is the greatest rapper alive? What are you referring to? You are the greatest rapper alive.
I got to. I didn't. Come on. I'm so passionate.
Remember when y'all said it was WWE? Look at this man's eyeballs. He ain't never meant anything more than this shit.
I didn't.
Look at his eyes. This is the difference of a nigga who stands on something, a nigga who don't. Look at his eyes when he says
What is the greatest rapper alive? What are you referring to? You are the greatest rapper alive.
I got to.
Ah!
I didn't. Come on. I'm so passionate about hip hop, man. Like, I don't know what era everybody else come from, but.
Oh my God, Dot. Chef this nigga. And you don't even know you chefing this nigga. I don't either, Dot. I swear to God, I don't know what timeline we fell into, where we got into the Kids Bop era of hip hop, where we got into the Kumbaya era of hip hop, where we got into the niggas so afraid of the confrontation in their own shadow, they're trying to rewrite the rules. Nigga, then how are you not a culture vulture? If you come into a culture that was built on competition, built on sport, built on I'm better than you in one way, and by the way, if you don't know, a lot of that was to take the actual violence out of the street and give people's energy into that. My DJ better than yours, my breakdance, the Lockatrons is better than y'all, my flows is better than y'all, my clothes is better. That's how it works. That's how it works. And I guess people really don't come from a struggle. I guess that because hip-hop came from a struggle, so it's like some of the things y'all be afraid of, it'd be like, oh yeah, y'all must really not have no struggles in y'all lives. I don't know either, Kendrick. I don't know where these weirdos came from, bro. I don't know. But it's not gonna work, gang. It's not gonna work. Keep whacking out these niggas' murals, man.
I don't know what era everybody else come from, but
oh, God.
I listened, man. Like,
yeah, we from the cloth. We
play house parties, bro, every night.
Facts.
Like, I love it to a point I can't even describe it.
I don't know why this is making me emotional, but it's just because I feel like we live, and it's not just hip hop, it's also we live in a society where this whole, oh, it's not that deep, bro, has almost destroyed our country. Yeah, everybody's excitement to always be like, oh, it's not that deep. Oh, separate. I don't want to. Everything's escapism. Why do my movies have to be talking about what's going on in the world? Everybody's constant need to be distracted and escapism. Everybody's constant need to not stand on anything. Everybody's constant need to not really push any line has got us exactly where we are. And ladies and gentlemen, to the real hip-hop heads out there, the hip-hop fans, this is why I wear this. This is why I push this. Because we are the guards, the holders of what is this cloth. All of us as a culture. Yeah, there ain't no difference. How are you not a culture vulture from coming in a culture and then deciding what elements of that culture that you want to make and then trying to rewrite that culture? Nah, nigga. You a culture vulture too. That's gang. You a culture vulture too, nigga. Hey.
Describe it. You know? And when I heard these artists say they're the best coming up, I said, I'm not doing it to have a good song or one good rap or a good hook or a good bridge.
Or maybe one day I'll drop 80 and then they'll drop 30 and then we'll shake hands and then go, okay, next song you drop 30, I'll drop 80. And then we hug and we kiss and we're on stage. Yay! Golly, my nigga. Y'all want this to be Nick Jr. so bad, nigga, it's Adult Swim. Yeah, y'all want this to be Nick Jr. so bad. It's Adult Swim, nigga. Nick Jr. play in the morning, though. You can watch that. That's fine. Go watch Nick Jr. Bear in the Big Blue House, all of that. Those is good film. Yeah, nigga, you get to know your colors and your numbers. Go watch that. But after a certain hour, baby, yeah, Adult Swim got to come on, baby. Yeah. I need that good Aqua Teen Hunger Force. You understand me? I need that good Space Ghost coast to coast. My bad, y'all. I got too passionate. My whole setup damn near fell. So, my bad. Let's get back to this. And, bro, this is why, to me, Kendrick, one thing this battle really did and did great was absolutely separate and elevate Kendrick from those other two. It's just Big Me rings completely different. And we see now the difference between Cole quite literally says, I wear this. This is all a persona. This is something I put on and put off. Kendrick says, this is me. I am this. J. Cole got a little dry erase marker on him. Kendrick, hip-hop is a tattoo. You feel me?
I said, I'm not doing it to have a good song or one good rap or a good hook or a good bridge. I want to keep doing it every time.
Let's go!
Period. And to do it every time, you have to challenge yourself and you have to confirm to yourself, not anybody else, confirm to yourself that you're the best, period. No one can take that away from me, period.
I guess the difference between me and y'all, not y'all, to the people is y'all respect the nigga who will say that what he's saying in his records is just a persona. And I guess, and it's funny because you wouldn't, to J. Cole stands, you wouldn't respect it if it was anybody else. And I know you wouldn't, because J. Cole calls out people for doing that, and I've seen you niggas cheer it. You wouldn't respect it if it was anybody else. I wonder if Drake came out and been like, it's so weird. It seems like the only person that we can call out their hypocrisy is Drake. It's like the only, but it's like, are you not? We even call out Kendrick's hypocrisies. It's just that it don't really matter because Kendrick acknowledges yeah, I'll say this and then do a song with this nigga. But it's because I'm not judging him. I'm trying to bring everybody into this. And that's what actually makes him a better person, a better artist. Y'all niggas just don't stand for shit. And Kendrick's been very consistent in whether it's having the Kodak Black on his record or whether it's having Trap. He's been very consistent in his stance. And do I stand on everything he stands on? No, but I respect what he stands on. Some of you niggas, y'all don't even know what you stand for because anytime the wind blows, you on the opposite direction.
That's my drive and that's my hunger I will always have. And at this point right now, I've the years and the time and the effort and the knowledge and the history, I've done on the culture and the game I've gotten from, those before me and the respect I have for them. I want to hold myself high on that same pedestal 10, 15 years from now.
And that's where you were going when you were...
Ladies and gentlemen, that's just the point, bro. And one thing I've seen about this is Stan's gonna stand, bro. All of them have stands. There's Kendrick stands, there's Drake stands, there's Cole stands. I'm gonna keep it gangster. It seems like when it comes to the Drake and the Cole stands, y'all keep having to run these weird PRs because, and I know deep down inside y'all are like, Cole, shut up, bro. Cole, we could only lie for you, but so much, Cole. Like, this is, we have to act like we have cognitive dissonance right now. We have to act like we don't know what you're saying. We have to try to spin. You could quite literally say you're playing a persona. You could say on records that you're the greatest of all time. Nobody can beat you. Line up every rapper. You'll kill every rapper. You literally said these things. And then you can go on real life and be like, nigga, I don't believe that. I believe that any day I can give them 30, but any day they could beat me. So then that means fundamentally you do not believe those 4 letters. You cannot believe you're the greatest of all time if you also believe that at any given moment there's a handful of niggas that would, because he said I dropped 80 and I dropped 30, so that means that they smoked you. You didn't even say like they're like, yeah, at any given time, you know, they could give me some competition. I could even respect that. You say drop 80 and you drop 30, nigga, that means you think you could, at a given day, you could be trash, or they're so good it makes what you did seem trash. Anyway, that's just what, hey. Now, Drake UMG video coming. I don't know if it's coming today. I got a busy day, but it's coming. UMG has responded, and apparently they hit him back. But yeah, bro, at this end of the day, what's going to happen, the stand's going to stand. Y'all going to keep, nobody's asking you to stop listening to somebody. Nobody's saying J. Cole going to sell less records. Nobody's saying his career's over. I think that's where y'all got caught up. We're saying that with our opinion, with what we're saying, with how we see this nigga's full of shit. And he's a gaslighter. Because don't act like Mr. Kumbaya when on your album you did diss a random person from North Carolina, and mind you, in that diss you said that he was fake, that he was playing gangsta, aka playing a persona, and you also dissed Lori Harvey, or took a shot at Lori Harvey. And everybody J. Cole is one of the most problematic, toxic rappers, and he just gets away with it because he pretends he's Brother Teresa. He just markets himself as Brother Teresa, and even if you see, like, you'll see it with your own eyes. Like I always said, people don't listen to rappers' words. People don't listen to rappers' lyrics. They listen to the branding. That's just what it is. But wow, shout out to Kendrick. You've become even more of my favorite. I don't know how that's possible, but Lord have mercy.